Alright, good people, here is some more gems for you today. So yeah, man, I'm trying to improve the quality of these vlogs. I know a lot of you guys said, like, you know, they were a bit crap. So I'm trying to make them, like, I'm going to try and make them more, like, engaging and tell, like, more of a story. So it's a bit more interesting for you guys at home watching, so you don't have to just, you know, keep skipping around during the video. I can't drive and talk at the same time. This is quite difficult. Yeah, man, I'm heading down to the courts, play some more hoops. It's so nice being able to play just whenever I want. Like, now that I can drive, now that there's a court down the road from the house, like when we used to live up the house, it was so nice. Like, it was such a nice place to live, but like I couldn't do anything that I normally used to do when I lived back in the UK. You know, like you have like a set routine of doing stuff, and I just couldn't do it. But now that I can, we are good. So yeah, I'm gonna go down, shoot some hoops. Yeah, just get into my morning routine, and then we'll get back to the stew and give you guys some more gems. So the beat placement ordeal has commenced. So I've basically got like 60 beats lined up. I'm gonna shoot out 2 beats every single day to my list of placement emails, send them out and just see what response I get and see what happens. Because when I last did this, I ended up getting a shorty placement. So I'm gonna try and do this again, and maybe do it every other month. So maybe stock up on beats one month, next month send them all out, and sort of rinse and repeat that cycle and see what happens. But yeah, I'm going to let you guys know what happens with this, because you know, it's an interesting experiment, especially if you guys want to see, you know, what the results are of doing this, you know, for a month straight. So yeah, I'll probably make a video on this like at the back end of September and let you guys know what's happened, you know, what responses I've got and whether anybody actually used the beats or not. So yeah, stay tuned for that. We'll see what happens. That's not looking half bad. I thought because I put it along the back, like you wouldn't even be able to see any of the light, but it actually looks nice. It looks like neat, and there's like a nice like subtle light behind it. It looks quite cool. I thought I'd only buy one just to make sure it looks good, and I'll get a second one and do it around the other one at some point. See how that looks pretty. Damn it, I need a shave. Not looking good. Kicking things off with a quick sponsor actually today. My guys down at Beat Sable came through and sent me through this pack called the Humanize Pack. It's basically like a pack full of high, like really nice sounding human played loops, not like, you know, a sample pack put together using like Expand and Omnisphere and stuff like that. These are like genuine instruments that they use. So yeah, they sent me through this pack called the Humanize Pack, and it's actually really nice. It's got like the sounds that I'd use to start off a melody, and then I'd start building things on top of it. And they've got like the, you know, the go-to sounds like acoustic guitars. Let me just put it up. Electric guitar, you know, dry and wet. And pianos, and they're like the things that I tend to start off my melodies with, and then I go ahead and start layering stuff onto them. Pretty cool. I've got some, you know, like some of these. You know, so if you're in that kind of vibe for like nice, like realistic melodic type style melodies, then these are really good just to get you going, and then you can build on top of them with, you know, other sounds like the ample guitar and whatnot. Kind of gospel vibe to it as well. So yeah, I've got this piano loop right here. I like the sound of this one, so I'm gonna, you know, see what I can do with it. So yeah, if you guys want to get on this kit, then I'll drop the link down in the description. So if you want to go and jump on their stuff, then I would recommend going and doing that. The link's down below if you want to go and do that. All right, good people, here is some more gems for you today. What I thought I'd aim this at, because somebody asked me in a recent video, how do you sort of stay motivated? How do you kind of keep up with the consistency? Because, you know, it's all well and good saying be consistent, but you know, what happens when you hit those slumps, which do happen, they happen to everybody, where like you're making beats and nothing sounds good. It may actually be okay, like the beats may actually be okay, but you're just not you're just not feeling anything, and you just sort of, you know, make a melody, delete it, start a new project, make another melody, delete it, start a new project. But yeah, I thought I'd give you guys 3 things that you can do whilst you are going through this kind of slump. If you're not feeling very motivated to make beats, or if you're just like, you know, you just can't make anything that you're happy with. So the first one is more of like not just one specific thing, but it's like it can be in a whole lot of different things, and that is to work on the things that you normally neglect. Okay, and that could be anything. That depends on, you know, what you have been meaning to work on and what you're planning on working on. There's always those things that you say you're going to work on, but you know, you think of a beat, you make a beat, and then you upload it. Same, you know, you do other things, you know, you do some errands, you go out and socialize, and before you know it, it's the end of the day and you haven't done that thing, and then, you know, the same thing happens and the same thing happens. So I would highly recommend working on those things that you neglect. You know, don't even worry about beats right now, just work on the things that you neglect and the things that you have been meaning to work on but you haven't got around to yet. So a few examples could be, you know, working on your artwork. You know, you could make like a new template for your artwork, you know, one that has bright colors, ones that stand out, ones that you're happy with. And I actually did this recently. I actually sort of jigged my whole template. If you've seen on my beat store, I used the CD with a transparent background, and then on my YouTube videos I have the same CD with the same or a similar color to what the design is on the CD, and I basically just drag and drop photos from Unsplash. And that's another gem, by the way. If you want decent pictures, go to unsplash.com. they've got some cool pictures. But I literally just grab an image that I like from Unsplash, drop it into the CD template, I add some noise, and then I just bounce it out as a PNG. So that's one thing you can do. You can work on your artwork. Now another big one that a lot of people neglect is working on your emails. Like, I know it's super boring for most of us, like you don't want to be sitting around writing emails all day, but if you have a BeatStars account, then you can integrate your MailChimp account with BeatStars. If you don't have a MailChimp account, it's free to set one up. But what you can do is set up an automation. If somebody downloads something from your store, or if someone buys a beat from your store, then you can set up an automation that triggers whenever they do that, and you can build relationships with anybody that's coming through your beat store. It's just a really good way of building relationships on autopilot. You know, you don't have to really do a whole lot of work. You just set it all up and let it run in the background. One last example, and this is a biggie, is start looking at some new plugins. Like, I do this maybe once or twice a month. That can be a big reason why you don't get excited to make beats. You know, you have those days where you just can't be bothered. Go onto YouTube. If you don't have a budget, look for some cool free plugins that you don't have or that you didn't know of. Look for some plugins that are going to improve your mixing, improve your melodies. Just look around, you know, anything that you feel like your beats are lacking, look into that on YouTube, look into that on Google, and just find plugins that will, you know, take your beats to the next level. And trust me, plugins do that. It's not all down to pure individual skill. Well, I'm not saying that's not, you know, important, but if you have the plugins and you've invested in plugins that are going to take your sound to the next level, then those two combined are lethal. That's just a few examples, and to be honest, like, you probably have a set of things that you know you need to work on but you don't. So that's the first one. Now the next two are things that you can just do. You don't need to be motivated to do it. It's just monotonous, but it's going to allow you to build your brand, and you know, you don't really have to be that motivated to do it. The second thing that you can do if you're not motivated to make beats is to work on the DM strategy. We all know the DM strategy by now. If you don't, then go ahead and check out one of my older videos. I think I made it like a year ago now. The Instagram DM strategy, where you just find rappers, you reach out to them, ask if you can send some beats, send them beats, and you sort of rinse and repeat that process until you've got people that are interested in your beats. This is a good one to do because it doesn't really require any creativity. All you've got to do is the same routine thing, is interact with somebody, shoot them a DM, ask them if they're interested in listening to some of your beats, and send them through, and rinse and repeat the process. It's as simple as that. Not only will you potentially bring in some sales with that, but you're going to grow your Instagram. If you do it on YouTube, you can grow your YouTube channel or Twitter. It doesn't matter where you're doing it, but that's a really good one to do if you can't be bothered to make beats or you're not feeling very creative. Now the last one is the comment strategy, and both of these are kind of intertwined into, you know, marketing, especially if you don't have a budget. So the third one is the comment strategy. Now again, if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, I'd suggest just dashing back and checking out some of the marketing videos on, you know, how to grow on Instagram, how to grow on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. But the comment strategy, again, it's super monotonous. You don't have to be motivated to do it. All you got to do is pull up your phone and start engaging with people. And for those of you that don't know the comment strategy, go on the platform that you want to grow on. On Instagram, go to the hashtags, go to other producers, followers lists, go through their lists, go to people's profiles, follow, like, comment, rinse and repeat the process. If you're doing it on YouTube, you want to go to the search bar, type in prod by, and then enter a producer's name who makes beats similar to yours. Make sure they're a producer that, you know, is fairly well established, has, you know, a big catalog, has a big following, because then they've got more people using their beats. Once you've typed that in, just filter it to like the last week or the last month. Go through the list of people that are making music with their beats, engage with them, like their videos, subscribe to them, comment on their videos, and rinse and repeat. If you're genuine with this, if you're doing this the right way, then it's just a really easy way and a really quick way of growing your socials without you having to spend a penny. You can kill a lot of time doing this, and it's productive time as well. You're not just throwing away time. So yeah, there's 3 things that I do and that I would recommend doing if you don't have any motivation to make beats. You know, if you're going through those, like, you know, monthly slumps, or like if you have a slump every now and then just do those things. You know, look for plugins, do things that you normally push to the back burner, and then just work on pushing out your brand, work on building your audience and your following. And if you're still with me right now, then the free drum kit, the Hero drum kit, is down below. It's a awesome drum kit. I've been using it for like the last few weeks. But yeah, if you want to jump on that drum kit, the link is down below. It's totally free, royalty free, everything's free in it too. And if you want to jump on the beat selling webinar as well, that's also in the description. But yeah, hope that helped.